I'm not gonna speak too much on it now, but I just want to say quickly, where does that come from? Like, where did you get that from? You know what I mean? It's like, is it documented somewhere? Where does that? Welcome back to Impartial Opinion. Your host Tyric Williams here, and back with another video. We are being very consistent. Before I continue with the video, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. The same things that you've been doing from the first video, which, by the way, I got so many good reviews. So I just appreciate everybody who supported me throughout that. You know, I don't know, it was kind of fun. You know, it was nice seeing the interactions, especially from the reels and stuff that I was posting. A lot of positive things. A lot of the people that I expected to be on my side were on my side, and even more. So I'm very grateful for that. Thank you so much for all the support for the first video. Yeah, I think it was like, I wouldn't say it was successful, because I don't really have high expectations. It was the first video, so you know what I mean. Like, I was just vibing with it, and whatever happened. But everything was positive, like completely positive. Obviously, there's a lot of things that I feel like I could work on, but at the same time, yeah, I think it went really good. With that being said, we can go on to our very first impartial topic. Now, I think with the first one, that's what I meant. With the first one, that wasn't really a topic. That was just like a get to know me type of thing, which was longer than I thought it was, because I was struggling with a lot of things after that video. You know, it was very stressful and everything like that, but it all worked out quite well. I got a lot of good reactions, like I said, so that was also very nice to have. Now, this one is our very first topic, and I'm going to start speaking about the impact of money. The impact of money that, how do I explain this? It's not even about explaining anything. It's just the impact of money and how we've been struggling. Guys, let's just be honest. Please, let's just be honest. We are struggling as a country. And not even just as a country, and like, I'm not gonna get like too serious, because I came here to complain. Okay, I came here to complain, and I'm gonna complain with you guys, because I know a lot of you can relate to this, and even you will see throughout the video, a lot of people are gonna be able to relate to this. We're not gonna get like too deep and too sad about it, but I feel like we need to speak about it a bit. You know what I mean? It needs to be mentioned, especially what's been going on. And I'm not going to try and pull now Jaden Smith. Yeah, can we talk about the economic state of the world right now? No worry about all of that, okay? But I do feel like something needs to be said. I feel like something needs to be said about the impact of money and the impact of like inflation and all of that that's been going on for us, especially the age groups, you know, because I looked on IG now, and when I looked on IG, I was looking at the type of people that are watching the videos and the reels and stuff like that. And then I looked at it, and it actually showed the age groups that were watching. And, you know, there wasn't many from like 30 to 45 or something like that. But there was a lot from 20 to like 28 years old or something like that. You can go check it there if you have a professional dashboard as well, if you move your thing to a personal blog or something like that. But anyways, I just seen a lot of people in that age watching it, which made me think of this topic, because it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. We know how things are. We know how things were before, and we were aware of it. Even as growing up and being young still, we knew how much like bread costed, and bread costed oil. Fuck. We knew how much bread cost. So but that's just an example. We knew how much bread cost that time, and now we see how it is now. That type of thing. It's just the complete change of what's been happening, and that's exactly what I kind of want to mention. And can I just tell you now before I continue, and here's the first impartial opinion. This is the impartial opinion of the day, of the video today. What I can tell you now, how I'm going to start the video, is unemployed people cannot give me financial advice. Personally, no, look, listen to me. Personally, you cannot tell me how to manage my finances if you don't even have. Like, yo, that sounds so bad. Like, it sounds really bad. Like, I know it sounds bad. It sounds ignorant, because there's a lot of people who can't get jobs because of different reasons, and there's a lot of people with degrees who still can't get jobs as well. That the employment rate in our country, unemployment rate in our country is very, very high. But like my thing is like, I've come across a lot of people where I've complained about my finances now, and then they just like, oh, what do you spend your money on, bro? Like, what is it like? What is your debt? Like, what is the rundown and everything like that? And then it's just like, you guys, I feel like a lot of unemployed people will never like fully understand it. You know what I mean? You'll never fully understand the bills and stuff like that. If you've been through it and then you became unemployed, that's a whole different story. Then maybe you can get away with it. But the whole point for me is, unemployed people should not be giving me financial advice. I don't want financial advice from an unemployed person. Do you know what I mean? Like, if they've worked, like I said again, if they worked in the industry before or something like that, that they can give me advice for, that's fine. I don't mind that. But I'm tired of people trying to tell me how to manage my finances when you don't know what I'm been going through. And it's not even just unemployed people, it's employed people as well. Because a lot of people, like, they try and compare to what you make and then what they make, and then they manage to live through what they make, and then you can't manage through what you make or whatever, and you might even not make the same salary, or you might do, and then there's different expenses as well. There's different bills that people have to pay, you know, so you can't really compare, and I can't really take much financial advice from anybody, because you simply don't understand. So yeah, when we go back to now the cost of living, I mean, guys, it's been going insane. I think it's absolutely insane. I mean, when you're talking about like buying the essentials, let's be honest, guys, the essentials is it's mad, because here's the thing now. As a youth, we don't want to like stay inside all the time. We shouldn't be designed to stay inside all the time, right? So it's not even just about going out and then just having a good time and blah blah blah. That quality time needs to be built, because how I was thinking about this now, let's put it this way. You know, the people who go to Groove or go to restaurants and stuff, and I'm the type to go to restaurants. I love going to like really nice restaurants and enjoying that soft space and, you know, having a good time with your people. You need those times, because staying inside is also just not it. But going outside is also very expensive, because for those of you who like Groove, first of all, I don't know how you'll do it, because bottles will be insane. I mean, you're paying like 3K for a bottle and stuff like that, and that's just minimum. That's beyond insane for me. So already we're starting there, and this is just like, I'm just talking about like, I can't even say luxury, because I feel like being out is needed. I feel like being out there is needed. Like, staying at home all the time is really depressing. And how I wanted to mention that was, imagine if now you see me now being a podcaster now. Imagine now I'm a podcaster and I must just do this the whole time and be inside the whole time and just record and post instead of going out there. You know, you never know who I might meet. I might meet someone who sees the potential, and then there's a whole production team that was willing to see the potential, and we give that a try and all of that. None of that would happen if I stayed inside. And I don't know if my point is getting made. My point is being made here, but the whole point is like, it's like we try and strain ourselves so much, because like, if we have to even be honest now as well, staying inside doesn't also fully help, because if you want to go to Groove and you want to go to restaurants and stuff, we're spending a lot of money on food, on drinks and all of that, right? Because I mean, there's only so much you can eat, before you go out and stuff like that. There's only so much you can drink. You don't want to fucking rock up there extremely drunk and all of that at the place. You know, you want to be sober, because you don't know what's gonna happen there and all of those things. So like, going to Groove and going to restaurants and stuff like that, it's like, it's fun and all. And then if you want to decide like, hey guys, listen, restaurants are way too expensive. Restaurants are way too expensive, and like, we need to start doing things at home. Maybe we can just have a family braai and everything. Not even, let's be honest, we can't even have fully like a lot of family braais and stuff like that. Because let's be honest, meat is expensive as well. Meat is expensive. Buying salad things is expensive. It's just not easy. It's really not easy. Like, even still buying alcohol to take home, buying alcohol. Because, like, let's be honest, guys. We South Africans, okay? We like drinking. We like having a good time, okay? We like our alcohol, and it is what it is. It's just a thing. That's just who we are. We're not gonna stop that, okay? We never gonna stop that, which is perfectly fine. But I do think that, like, the rates of things is absolutely insane. Like, just to have an enjoyable time is insane. Even buying things for like picnics and stuff like that, entrance fees are going up as well. I just don't understand how things are just like so expensive. And if we go back to the essentials now, like when we're buying bread and stuff like that, that becomes expensive. The people that smoke cigarettes have become expensive for them. Thank God I don't smoke cigarettes and stuff like that, because that looks also insane. Buying bread, like, you just buy things for the house, and like groceries come up to like 2K, and then that's not even like for the month. Do you know what I mean? I don't know about you guys. If you all have like any suggestions on how to like save up that money or whatever, or go buy somewhere that's cheaper, because at the same time we also want quality food. And that's the thing, like, because if you just buy like 2,000 rand worth of like groceries and stuff like that, a lot of the times, like, it can go funny and all of that, especially if you buy like cheaper stuff. So we have to like try and find that balance, because let's be honest, it's really tough. It's really, really tough. And I've been feeling it a bit lately, just in some ways of like freedom as well, because the one thing that I wanted to mention is the living paycheck after paycheck. It's like, it's so hard to even save. It's like, I'm just working to live, to survive. I'm just working to survive. And I know I'm not the only one. I know, like, deep down people are going through all of this, because what I can say is that it's not even just social media that hides these things. It's people that hide these things on their own. Let's be honest, guys, man. Come on. Like, I've seen so many people, they posting drinks and all of that, and deep down I know you don't have a job, and I know you're not paying for those bottles, but why are we flexing this? Why are we doing this also, like, when we know how expensive things are? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know how to fully explain that part, but I know, like, the living the check to check type of life, and just making money to survive, not being able to save, has become a thing. I feel like it's become a real thing. Not fully enjoying everything. And there is people out there who are doing really well. People who have worked for their money, and people who have really studied, managed to get their jobs in whatever, or working through their father's companies. You guys are blessed. There's no such thing as, I don't think there's such thing as luck. Remember, like I said in the previous video also, everybody has a different path, and it is what it is. So you can't really compare yourself to anybody. You shouldn't compare yourself to anybody and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of us are in the same boat and the same situation of like that living check to check and stuff like that. And it's not even like I said, it's the essentials, because even if someone has to like take my salary and take the stuff that I'm paying for monthly, nah, and they just be like, do you need this? Do you need that? Everything that I pay for, I need. Everything that goes off of my bills and stuff like that, I need. Like, it's not even a thing. And it's like, it's the things like, it sounds crazy, like even like Wi-Fi that I have to like pay for, that adds on and all of that. Someone will look at it and be like, you don't really need Wi-Fi, you don't need the internet, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I do. I work from home as well, remotely. And then I can't go to the office every single day because there's no petrol money for that all the time. So do you see like the whole dilemma of like this up and down type of thing? And we just have to try and keep up all of a sudden, because the salary and the inflation, they're not matching. The salary stays the same, but things are just keep going up. And I'm not too political and economic with all of these things. I don't know much about it, but what I can say is that I can't just complain with you guys, because like I know we can all relate. I know we can. And then the worst thing about it for me now is I'm mentioning here the emergency expenses. Now, emergency expenses to me, nah, is when everything goes off. Everything that you need to pay for that needs to get paid for. If you have a contract on a phone contract or something, you have to pay for the Wi-Fi, those type of things, and all of that. If you have all of that and then that gets paid off, and you're like, okay, cool, now I budgeted, I budget for petrol, whatever. You put petrol in your car, boom, it breaks down. Now that's an emergency one because that's something you didn't really expect. You didn't expect your car to break down, or if something happens in the house that you have to take care of. So it's these things that keep on adding up. It's like money just comes in and flows out, and I feel like, I don't know if it's just because we didn't notice it, or that we were too young to like take it in. But it's like, maybe as an adult, that's the type of experience you get, and that's the type of thing that you like start to see more because you have to do it yourself. So I understand that, but like at the same time, it's like, I don't know if like our parents just handle it very well, but at the same time, I don't think that it was this bad, because like there's a point where like my mother even knows now that she feels like she's struggling even more now, and she's earning way more than what she did when I was younger, and then she started working and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So like, the salary's up, but then the inflation goes even more. So like, that doesn't even make sense. So the emergency expense thing really does kill me, because a lot of things do come up, and then obviously you gotta support the people as well. So birthday parties come up, and then you have to spend that money as well. Like, you have to like make the time and then make the effort and then balance your finances with all of that. Now, just another thing. If you came here for financial advice, you're not getting anything from me. I came here to complain with you guys. That was the whole point of this whole thing here. It's like, I just came here to complain with you guys. If you came here for financial advice, you can completely forget about it. And then when it comes to struggling to save as well. So now, the saving part is also annoying me, because a lot of people always ask me, you telling me you don't have no money left, like your last cent or whatever, don't you save money or whatever? It's not easy, because then you're making yourself short throughout the week, and then eventually you're gonna have to tap into those savings. And now, as much as this can be relatable, it can also be very unrelatable to a lot of people, because a lot of people kind of like know the system, and they know what they're doing, and they know how to move around it, so they don't need all of this. But as like someone who's earning like just a normal salary, and don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful for my job, because I know for a fact, for what I'm doing outside of this, I'll be honest, like, yes, the 9 to 5 is tiring and all of that and blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to speak much on that. Yes, it's tiring and it can be draining and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you have to just be grateful, because it could be so much worse. I wouldn't be able to buy this equipment or start my own podcast and all of that without having this job right here. So there's certain things that you got to be grateful for. But then there's certain things where it's like, it's just become way too ridiculous, way too ridiculous. And then like the job security as well. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. I don't want to keep on rambling. That's the thing. I want to keep it a system, keep it nice. Yeah. So the job thing is killing me as well. It just doesn't make sense how, like, as a country, there can be so many opportunities, but then there can be so little as well, because jobs can be willing to hire, but then at the same time, they can't hire too many people, because even the jobs are suffering from the inflation, because if they hire this many people, then they can't pay this many people, that type of thing. So really, it's like, it's tough all around. It really is tough all around, and I feel like as a country, we really are like really struggling. And then there's one thing that I did really want to mention was the debt as well that people are getting themselves in. Now, what I haven't picked up yet, and I've spoken to a lot of people, especially people my age, our age and stuff like that, between the ages of like 20 and 25. I did pick up that like not a lot of people are taking that risk of taking a loan. And let's be honest, we kind of like, especially the people that know, for a fact that like if your mother or your father or like whatever, or your parents or your guardian ever had to take a loan or something, you've seen how long they're paying that thing. You've seen how the tax also gets to them and stuff like that, and how the tax rate gets to them. You can see how that affects them, and that kind of makes you scared as well, to make you think like you don't want to be in that position, but at the same time you don't have anything. And also, like, I know banks they just like taking things from people. I feel like banks, all they do is take. So that's why, like, there's a point where you do have to bite your tongue and stuff like that, where you become so down that like you need to know that, hey, unfortunately this has to happen. But when paying off your debt and stuff like that as well, it's all just a scam. By the way, sorry, I might go off topic here a little bit, just a tiny bit. Just listen to this quickly. Now, I opened a credit card I think it was a year ago or 2 years ago or something like that. I opened a credit card so that I can, help finance my car, because I had some cash and I just needed extra cash to add it together and make the car mine, whatever the case may be. Cool. So I had a credit limit, I'm paying it off, blah, 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 blah. That's easy. It's going well. I'm managing it well. My credit score is really good. Sure. My credit score is really good. Like, Capitec has this bar now. It's like a bar, and then it's like a, those gas things where there's a red, and then it's yellow, and then it's green. Boy, I'm in the green, my boy. Oaks, I'm in the green. I don't play around. I don't know if I can give away my credit score. I can check, but I don't think I should give it away. But it's quite good. That's one thing, yo. That's actually quite good. It's better than all my tests that I've ever had in high school. But you see, my test was shit, but the credit score's up, boy. Credit score's up. Anyways, that's not the point. Sorry. The point is, I got a message the other day from Capitec, and I saw that they put it there, and then the message comes through, and then they're like, oh, your credit score limit has been increased, blah, 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 blah. First of all, when did I ever ask for you to increase my credit score, or my credit limit? That's the one. When did I ask for that? Imagine like, okay, so I will be honest, my credit score is good now, and I'm managing it quite well. I'll be honest, I'm managing it quite well. I'm paying it back slowly. Sometimes I'll take money from there if I need to, whatever, because to do stuff around the house, podcast stuff, I'm trying to invest in this as well. I can get the money back, no problem. My problem is, imagine if I was in a situation now. Let's just say I took 5K now, and this time I'm struggling. Let's just say I'm struggling to pay this one off. I'm struggling to pay the 5K, and then you push it to 6K. Who do you think you are? Like, who do you think you are? Fucking John Legend? You gotta get that joke. Lock in, Oaks. It's a lame joke though. It was a lame. Point is, now, I didn't like that Capitec did that, which I feel like I need to go speak to them about it. But then I went out yesterday for like a little family function thing, which was amazing. And then today I was just kind of like bubble ass. I won't even lie, I'm bubble ass. Yo, it took me a while. That's why I'm recording so late also. It's not really late. You don't need to know the time. Anyways, I'm going off topic again. Point is, like, why? This is what I'm saying about the banks. I feel like they're taking from me as much as they're giving me. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I was giving you all money back, and then you still increased it so that you can get more money. I don't know how to explain it. So that was also like, that was really, really messing with my head. And I'll be honest with you, I really didn't like that at all, which I need to go speak to them about, because I don't think they can do that without your permission. If you guys know anything about that, please let me know, because I don't think they should be doing that without your permission. I think that's just really, 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 I think that's wrong. I think it's wrong on so many levels. Now, feeling guilty about spending. Sure, don't even get me started on this one. for me to feel guilty about spending, I hate that so much. I hate it's like the not being able to have that freedom to just spend. And I feel like it would be the same if I was like extremely rich. Now I can tell you now, I'm not no broke boy. I'm not no broke boy. I promise you, I handle myself quite well. I'm not. Now I'm not just yet. I'm not gonna try and flex or anything. This is not a flex. I'm just saying, like, I came to complain a little bit because it is still like really expensive for everything and stuff like that. Nah, aware. But then like I'm at a good situation. Like it's mediocre. Like I feel like I'm doing all right for myself and all of that. But at the same time, it does get expensive. So what I wanted to say was, why did this thing change now? Yeah, what I wanted to say is I still feel guilty about spending money on like silly things like food, or if I want like a coffee that's like $60 or whatever like that, which I don't really drink coffee, but that's not the point. The point is me trying to make my point. You get it? Yeah, you get it. Um like I'm tired of feeling guilty for like, or having to think twice before I do something all the time. You know, like if I have to go out and then I go to the restaurant and I think, do I really need to go to this restaurant right now? Or do I just stay at home and like completely not do anything, save the money, whatever like that, things like that. But then at the same time I just think like I have to live my life. I think I mentioned it in the previous video, something really tragic happened in the past month that really changed my perspective on life. So now, with that changing my perspective on life, I really feel like I should just try and live it to the fullest. But then you also can't live it to the fullest because deep down you still need the money. And I, I also do believe that that saying of when people say money doesn't buy you happiness, there's a contradicting thing about that. For me, there's a contradicting thing about that because money can buy you happiness, in my opinion. There's another impartial opinion of the day. I feel like there's certain things that money can buy you happiness, and there's certain ways of viewing it though. Because when people say money can't buy you happiness, it's because you're spending it on fucking stupid dates that you're going out with women and stupid things that you just don't need. You know what I mean? But like, for me, if I have to say money can buy me happiness, that means that like if one of my brothers or my cousins or something like that are gonna have like a birthday party, or like have a birthday coming up and stuff like that, if I'm able to buy, like if he mentions something that he likes, throughout the month of his birthday, I know that like if I had the money, I can do it for him. Pause. I think that sounded so wrong. Pause for that. But we're not gonna do that right now, nah. Let's move on. I feel like I can at least get what he would want. You know what I mean? Something that they would enjoy, and then that brings me joy. Knowing, like, just seeing their faces, seeing how happy they are. My mother needed a new blow dryer. I managed to buy the blow dryer. I don't even think she knows I'm buying the blow dryer. So hopefully, if I upload this video, she doesn't see the video, which I doubt it because she didn't see my first one. So yeah. But anyways, like things like that. Like I managed to, like, if you manage to like do things for people, this is my perspective now. That's all I'm saying is my perspective. Like, I'm like, it's also from the previous video of like I'm not trying to just become super rich and flex and then drop my car on the floor and then put bags and lift it up to go over the speed bump and lift it down again to go, like those type of things. I'm not worried about all of that fully. Like, obviously it's nice and all, let's be honest, but the money that will buy me happiness is the money that I can have so that I can do for other people as well, especially the very special people in my life that do deserve it, and especially the people that, like, in my life that I know also grew up with like not much. So knowing that, and they have the same mindset as well, so knowing that we can do that for each other is really like, it's inspiring. So that's why, like, I feel like that's where money can buy you happiness. Money can buy you happiness when you want to do things for people and you want to do things just for yourself. you know. So that could also be a thing. And even if I had more money, maybe I could book a bigger studio. Maybe there'll be better mics, better camera lighting, and all of that. And then the podcast goes even higher and stuff like that. So those are the type of things that I feel like where money can buy you happiness. Although I just feel like also people can be very greedy with it, and that's the thing. So but I think, guys, I think God knew what He was doing. He had to, like, even with my oaks out there, the gents, you'll know who you are. Like, you'll know how we're all struggling together. I think God knew, like, if we we so elite now, nah, because our mindset is sick. I won't even lie, like, and I mean like in a good way. We're not like crazy Owens, and we're not crazy Owens, and I'll get to that maybe. But we're not crazy Owens. What I mean is, like, we such genuine gens that if we were rich, oh boy, I feel like we're gonna be problems. Right now we're not problems because we've been humbled, we've been nerfed. You know what I mean? The silence has been put on, the safety has been put on. We can't shoot that gun, boy. Can't shoot that gun. Kind of went off topic there, but you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, so back to it. Um, back to it is, yeah, like, just money can. I feel like money can definitely buy you happiness, because I can tell you right now, to selfishly say it now, what I'm gonna say now is that if I had some money now, I would be very happy if I could just take a nice vacation, just a nice, just 1 week somewhere, bro. And I wanna start traveling also, so that will also be nice. So imagine if I could start traveling, how happy I'll be seeing other cultures and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Meeting other women and like yeah. So it's just, I don't know. This the reason why I just started there, not started, but like kind of almost broke down there. It's so stressful, guys. It's so tiring. Like, nothing's even gonna change. Nothing's even gonna change, and we know nothing's gonna change, and we know that's gonna be a problem for a very, very long time. The only way is to get your money up. And another thing that I want to mention is that in this country, you can't have just one salary. I don't know how do people do that. Especially like, when I started, when I work now, I was working at the time for like, I'm trying to make it through whatever, trying to have my own money so I can do my own things and whatever. And then I'm paying my own bills and opening phone contracts, paying the Wi-Fi and blah, 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 putting some groceries in the house. I was doing all of that. And then I realized, like, there's people at my job with like kids, and excuse me, and we have the same salary. Like, how are you? How? Especially like when I started working in the retail industry, I was working there in China Mall. A lot of you know that I was working there as well, and you've seen my shop. Um, there I was like working for like experience, and I was working for vibes, because I didn't have much to like pay for and things like that. And then things slowly came up and blah 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 blah. So I was working there for vibes, but then there was people there that were working for like, they had like kids and they had like other bills to pay, and I was thinking, how are you guys doing this with the same salary as what I'm earning? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's also the thing. Like, I don't know. It's just become so tough, and I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I don't even know how to fully live. I don't even know how to fully save. And like, I'm going back. I don't like going in circles now, but it really still pisses me off. And I'm gonna mention it again. Unemployed people, please leave me alone. Do not tell me what to do with my money. Please. Enough is enough. You don't get it, and you won't get it. Even people that are employed, you won't get it. And then a lot of people that are, I give props to the people who really work hard though. That really work hard in what they do, because a lot of people do deserve what they get. And then obviously what irritates me is when, and yo back onto sorry, one more thing, quickly. I also don't want to make this video too long. Anyways, back on the unemployed thing. What is this thing of unemployed people going out during the week? bro, where do you find the time and money? You know what I mean? Like, where do you find the time and money? And what's the secret? What's the secret? I need to know. And if it's not daddy's money or mommy's money, well, what is the secret? What are you doing? Because it impresses me a lot. And listen, there's nothing wrong with that, guys. I can tell you right now, if your parents are able to give you money to go out like that and stuff like that, then so be it. They did their thing back in their day to make their money and make their progress to where they are now, so that you don't suffer. It's the same thing that as a genuine gent would his mindset would also have. Like a lot of the people that I know growing up, our whole point now is to build our platform and build that pedestal for our children, so that they don't have to go through the things that we go through, that type of thing. So I don't want everybody, I'm not going to try and offend everybody, but the unemployed people who are a little bit arrogant and post without like actually having their money and stuff like that, I don't know why I'm so like, I don't know, I'm bubbleized, guys, I'm tired. Anyways, those people, like, you'll need to realize that it's not an attack on all the unemployed people. Some of y'all, like I said, you're in hard situations and stuff like that, but then at the same time, just be humble about it. You know what I mean? Like, just work towards it, because you will get it. Like, if you deserve it, you will get it. You know what I mean? And if you a God-fearing person, then if it was meant for you, God would put it in your life. So at the moment, if you don't have anything and you really are looking for something, then something better is waiting for you. It sounds so cliche, but it's the truth. Unfortunately, it's the truth. Even for me, like, if I'm not fully happy where I am, then there's no use trying to forcing the situation out of it and stuff like that. It just has to happen. It's part of the path and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's enough of complaining. There is one thing that I want to really complain about, and a lot of people, well, quite a few people wanted me to talk on it, and I didn't really want to fully talk on it, but I think I'm going to. But let me just go to this also. What I want to speak about quickly is educational costs as well. This is why, like, in my first year of like coming out of matric, I had that like small gap year, and then the only thing I could do is look for a job, because my mother couldn't afford for me to go to university and stuff like that. And even though there's online courses and there's what you call it, what's that one where you don't study all the way. Maybe we'll get back to that. I'm not gonna think about it too much. But yeah, part-time. There's also part-time studying, which is also cheaper and stuff like that. But we just didn't have the funds. So now that's also becoming a problem. A lot of people are paying their own like educational fees and stuff like that, which is also very, very, very tough, because that also becomes very expensive, and it can become useless as well, because I got a lot of insights about how the universities are working and how they're marking your stuff, and how if you don't pay, you don't get your paper, if you don't pay, you don't get your results, that type of thing, and you still pay an extra thing to get your results, and it's crazy. It's crazy, guys. The one thing that I guess is the elephant in the room now, on the internet and everything, is those Owens. The Owens on that podcast that were talking about that colors chow each other and all of that, bruh. I'm not gonna speak too much on it now. But I just want to say quickly, where does that come from? Like, where did you get that from? You know what I mean? It's like, is it documented somewhere? Where does that even come from? And listen, everybody, like, please, you'll need to focus though. Like, switch on a little bit, because now a lot of people, what I'm noticing now is that a lot of people, they're making it become like a black and a color thing, and now we're against each other. We're not against each other, because you know what, the things that I'm seeing now is that I'm seeing that gent now, I don't even know what their names are or whatever. I don't really care, to be honest. But like that gent was like, oh, you should have seen my comments. It was just filled with colored people. I can tell you right now, you go on Twitter and you go everywhere else, it's not just the colored people that got offended. It's black people, it's white people, it's people as a whole in South Africa that got offended by that. That's the whole point here. And like the apology, I saw the apology as well, which was very like condescending and just guys, you're just sensitive, whatever. My thing is now he said it was also a joke. It was just a joke and stuff like that, which didn't make sense to me because it just felt like it was just like thrown in. Do you know what I mean? Like it just didn't make sense, and I just don't know where they got that from and how can that thing be. And they say, oh, colors are crazy and all of that. I won't lie. There's points where we are crazy. Colors are crazy. We can be mad if we want to be mad, but at the same time, we're just lovable people and all of that. And like it just didn't make sense to me. Like the whole situation didn't make sense to me. He said it was a joke. I don't understand the joke. We didn't get the joke. People got offended by the joke. All you had to do was just say like a proper apology, because like to say, imagine saying, oh, don't be sensitive, but I'm sorry though. That doesn't like, it completely cancelled out everything that you just said. It was like so condescending, so like just not, just wasn't an apology. So yeah, I just really wanted to speak on that. My thing that I have the question for is, where did it come from? Like, where has this been written? And like I said before, this is not now, oh, colored people against black people, because I can tell you right now, and this is the thing that's also getting to me. It's those type of gens that are like that. Now, I'm not gonna try and attack anybody, but it's just ignorant people as a whole. That's just what an ignorant person would say. I feel like if another black person was on there, or any other black person was on there, they would never ever cross that line or say anything like that. But it's the people as a whole. It's a person. This has nothing to do with now skin color. Unfortunately, it does with the whole that it's about colors, and it's unfortunately a black guy speaking about that. But I feel like it's a little bit more deeper than that. It's like it's the brain process of those type of gens. That is something that type of gen would say. Do you know what I mean? Like those are, it's just, I don't know. It's ignorant. We don't like it. I don't like it. I didn't like it either, because like it felt like it came out of nowhere. You can't say that's a joke. Like, first of all, you're not even I can't even, how do I say this? You're not comedians. Now, hold it now. Because obviously, just because you're a comedian doesn't mean you can just say anything, blah 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 blah. That's not the point. I'm not gonna fully explain that. Okay. My point is that you're not even comedians. First of all, you're not that funny, or funny at all. So where was the joke? Like, what joke was that? Do you know what I mean? And like I said, I went through the comments and I look at the comments and I was like, it's not just colored people. It's your own people as well that are offended by it, which kind of says a lot. Because if it was like a whole different thing of where it was the world and only colors were complaining, it's the fact that black people, white people, I have friends also who are white, and they were also kind of offended. They're like, where the fuck did that come from? Because he has colored friends as well, and like it just seems like it's just random. You know what I mean? So the fact that I feel like a lot of people as a whole were all offended, because like I said, the comments weren't just filled with colors. It was filled with a lot of with all our race, like all our races, all Indian, colored, white, even like black people as well were offended by that. So I feel like that says a lot. It was a condescending apology. We don't like it. It was a stupid joke. And it's not even just one of those things where you can say, we say messed up things on this podcast all the time, blah 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 blah. That like doesn't justify it. Like even comedians at a point have to apologize for things that they say, even though they make it as a joke. Because there's some people who get offended. It's just, it is what it is. And if you offend some people, you need to be able to like step up, make that apology, and then just move on. Because it's a strong statement. It's a strong statement. So, sorry, I'm gonna leave it there. That went very quick. I won't even lie, I can talk. So that went very quick. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I just want to say thank you again for the support that you guys showed in the first video. We back at it again. We're going consistent this time, back to back, back to back. I really hope you enjoy this episode. Just a little quick one, a little refreshing of like the finances. We gotta shake things off. Like let's not overflex things that we don't have. You don't have to have everything that everybody has because people grow up different and all of that. Don't try and compare yourself. Okay? That's all I have for you guys. So I really hope I'm gonna leave it with the message again. That same message. I like this message is I hope you heal from the battles you guys do not speak about. So please just take care of yourself. It's a very fragile world out there. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share, comment, say everything. Keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep doing this. Another episode in the bag, man. So yeah, thank you. Enjoy.